It's Monday morning, 6 a.m., and I hope you are alive and well. Well, if you're watching this, you are. So, time is our greatest commodity and resource. Do I need to say that again? It is our relational currency. It's what builds our relationships. It's something we can never get back once it's gone, right? That period of space, once time is gone, is no longer there. We've all had those moments when we can't find the time to do something or to be with someone that we dearly want to be with. And but what if you knew that time would never come back and you use that realization to foster and build each relationship that you had in your life? What if you could capitalize on the present and prepare for the future and tell those around you that I know I have a lot going on right now, but just wait. Wait for the next moment because it's worth it. Well, I want to tell you today and talk more about time and how it affects our life. And that really time is the ultimate currency, is how we pay it forward. But first, I'll see you on the other side. Hey, Michelle O'Neill here, and I just want to check and make sure that I am live and everything is good to go. So if you see me, let me know who you are and where you from. Welcome back to Monday Mastery Moments with Michelle, live, where moms who find themselves in mid-career, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, whatever you want to call yourself, where you can find tangible ways to enjoy success without sacrifice. I'm live 4 Mondays a month at 6 a.m., where I can get together with you before the day starts because I know how it is. Once you get going, it is so hard to pull back. And then in the evening, you're so tired. And this is the place where you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And I'm here to give you that wake up call. So, good morning. Good morning. Make sure you follow me on your platform of choice so that you don't miss a single episode. And me, well, I'm Michelle O'Neill, your boundary strategist, and I love a great conversation. So, why don't you get your coffee, tea, or whatever your warm beverage of choice is and join me for a chat as we settle in so we can hop into today's mastery moment. And remember, it's all about time and talking about time management, the ultimate currency. So, why did I say that next period would be worth it? That you would tell those that you love, those who are waiting for your time, that it would be worth it? Because when you have made intentional steps to approach it wisely and make the commitment to make it worth it, then you have determined the value and articulated that value to the recipient. Ooh, I can't even talk today. The recipient of your time, because you know that you can deliver on it. And a perfect example is when we're on the phone. One time, I know that everybody wants your attention. As soon as you pick up that phone and you start talking to someone, the kids, whoever, they're just mom, hun, whoever wants your attention. It seems like everybody gravitates to you when you're on the phone. What if when you're on the phone, you just said, hold on a minute, sweetie, hun, whoever, your workplace, whatever, you say, "Hold on. I'm on the phone right now, and I wanna be able, when you talk to me, give you my complete attention. I really do, but I need to take care of what I'm taking care of now." For that child, if you say, "When I finish, we'll spend a half an hour together," or "At 6 o'clock this evening, I'm gonna give you a whole hour of my time, totally dedicated to you." Or what if you told your husband, "Hun, let me finish this conversation, and we'll sit down and talk about what it is that you wanna share with me." What if we let people know that we would give them the full dedication of our time, but in time? So here are 3 ways to actually reshape your thinking around time that I wanna share with you today. I wanna talk about thinking of managing your time as managing your energy. Think of time as energy management. And how about understanding the benefit of wise time management? And then adopting the concept that time isn't distracted by minute and hours. It isn't, I'm sorry, dictated by minute and hours. I get so excited when I talk about time and how it's reflected in our lives. And you'll see me look away from time to time because I want to make sure that I'm looking for your comments. So as I said before, if you're here with me today, make sure you put in your name and where you're from so I can give you a shout out. And I want to make sure that I see your comments and that I'm able to share with you today. So again, you are on Monday Mastery Moments with Michelle live today. So let me set this up for you. Now, we can't earn more time and we only have 24 hours in a day. But we can make sure that every moment of our waking hours are spent on the things that matter to us, that we don't waste a moment. We have the ability to choose what we do with our time and we have the ability to choose what we do with the time that we do have. But it's almost the same principle as, well, as how we spend our money. You know how they always say where you spend your money are the thing is the thing that matters most to you. Well, the same thing with our time. Where we spend our time should be with the people and the things that matter most to us. We would waste it or we could budget it wisely. We can waste our time or decide exactly how we're going to divvy out our time. How are we going to spend our time? Are we going to spend the time with those that we love and the things that matter the most to us? Are we going to spend the time on things that fly by that doesn't really have consequences in our lives? How are we going to spend our time? And when we think about that, it requires that we have a few shifts in our thinking. You know, the first thing I said was time equates to energy. It's all about energy management. You know how when we go about our day and we do things over, we do things and we get started and we take care of the things of the day, we get tired as we go along. So what if we divvied out our time in reference to our energy? What if we don't allow ourselves to be overwhelmed and sucked into the things that need attention but are not urgent, the things that the fires that we put out from day to day? What if we don't let those fires take over our day? How do you feel when you're overwhelmed with reminders of what you still have to be done? That is actually energy sucking. It actually we get tired, we get mentally tired. We always think of being tired as just physical, but being tired is also a mental tiredness. And so what do we do with that? How do we prepare for that? How do we make sure that as we go along our day that we're not mentally tired? Well, we prepare for our day. When you take the time to write things down and prepare for the day, whether it's the day before or the next day, we kind of let go of some of those things that we try to hold on to because we're trying to remember what it is we have to do. Here's a perfect example. You ever have a grocery list and you say, I'm going to write everything down so that I can remember when I get to the grocery store what I need. And then when you don't write it down and you're driving in the car to the grocery store and you're trying to say, I have to remember I need milk, I need eggs, I need to get oatmeal, I need to pick up some chicken, I need, and you're trying to remember all this stuff and you don't write it down. And then you get to the store and you're still repeating this list over and over again. And so you're not even aware of the lady that you just bumped the cart or onto the back of her foot because you're trying to remember eggs, bread, milk. What else was it? What else was it I had to remember? But if you wrote it down, if you had a list that as you're moving through the store, you say, okay, let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, I forgot to pick up that spice. And then you go to that row and you pick up that spice and you look at your list and then you start checking those things as instead of trying to remember that and keep that mentally in your mind. How much more pleasant is your visit to the grocery store? In fact, my husband and I, we have a note that we share. And when he thinks of things that we need to get in the grocery store, he'll put it on the list. And when I think of things that I need to get from the grocery store, I put those things on the list. What about you? Do you have a list for the grocery store or do you try to remember those things? I'd love to know in the comments below. Do you prepare for your day? Every evening or first thing in the morning before I start my day, I try to write down the things that I want to accomplish for the day because they're so important. And I don't want to be spending my energy throughout the day trying to remember what it is that I need to do, that I need to accomplish. So I put it there right there before me. And what happens when you try to burn the candle at both ends? You wake up early in the morning because you know there are things that you wanna do, things that you the preparation for your day, but not only that, that things that you're better at doing first thing in the morning, and so you wanna get those things done. But you also wanna get things done in the evening. Those things that you're like, "I gotta get this done so that I feel that I've accomplished everything that I want to accomplish in my day. I gotta get this done to prepare for the next day. I gotta get this done so that I feel that I've got something done today, that I've accomplished something." And so you don't rest. You don't get the rest that you need to be your best to start your next day. You don't allow your brain, your body, your muscles, and everything to heal because they have to shut down to heal. And then you're laying there in bed trying to remember, oh, shoot, I forgot to do this. Or I got to remember to do this tomorrow morning. And so you're not allowing yourself to rest. And then how about when you don't see a way or you don't allow yourself a way to decompress along the day? You know, there's a reason. There's actually a reason why they say that give yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes every hour is to decompress. And so how are you decompressing through the day? Let me know in the comments, what things are you doing? Are you allowing yourself to exercise? Simple things like one of the things that I like to do is stand up here at my desk. I like to walk and do things instead of do everything here at my desk. I go downstairs and get my coffee. I go downstairs and I eat. What are the things that you're doing? Are you taking the time to eat? Are you sitting at your desk? Are you stepping away to do things? Are you making extra steps throughout the day? If you like for us, we have a 3-story home and I'm working from home. And so what do? I go to a different floor to do simple things like even go to the restroom or to go to actually put something in the trash. I don't make it convenient for myself. I do things to make sure that I get extra steps and exercise in to allow my mind to leave what I'm doing now and think of other things. Because isn't it funny how when you change your environment, when you change your scenery, that you think on different things. And then when I'm changing my scenery, I'm allowing myself to enjoy things different. And then I like to read. So every morning for me, I read my Bible or I read devotionals or I read other things. And when I exercise, I read. When I'm on the treadmill or on the elliptical, I read. And sometimes that reading is in the form of Audible, one of my favorite platforms. But I listen and I read to allow my mind to expand and grasp new things. Time equates to energy. How are you feeling when yourself up to have more energy? How are you allowing yourself to revive yourself to get more energy? And now to point to the benefits of wise management. Time management is about getting the best out of how we spend our day. If we have a list of things that I talked about on the first point, there is an art to effectively getting them done. Is one of the things is I make a list first thing in the day of everything that I want to get done. But then I prioritize that and choose only 3 things. 3 top things that I know if I got them done, they are the most important and I feel like I have conquered today. And I want to thank Michael Hyatt for sharing his philosophy on that because that's what I took that from. If we have a, a, a list of things to do, this means that we also need time to relax and recharge our batteries so that we can do more work. And I shared that with you in our first point. But otherwise, if we don't do those things, we actually feel burned out and we don't want to be there. Wise management actually makes you more productive. When you plan things out and you set times in your day to actually get those things done, then you have time to do the other things because you're planning those time for rest in there. You're planning those time to do the other things to cook, to eat in there. That allows you to have more time for the things that you love. Remember I said take time to step away and eat. One of the things I do, at least one of my meals a day, I share with my husband. And we sit down and we eat together and either we talk or watch something on TV together, but we do it together. And that allows me to spend the time with the person that is so important to me and to share my day with them. And time also makes you more efficient because you've blocked out that time that you want to share in that particular period so that you're focused and you're effectively using your time. It improves your actual productivity. And actually, when you focus on that time, when you set that time away, you actually, how do I say, you actually get that task done quicker. And I love that when I focus, I realized that it doesn't take as much time that I thought. And then a third point I'd like to share with you is that time is not dictated by hours or minutes. And so what I'm saying is time isn't measured by seconds or minutes, but you can actually time is actually a period, a point or period when something occurs. So why don't you reshape your thinking about time? When we plan the things that we have prefaced in our heart or our lives to do and do them, we begin to get a better grasp of our lives. You know, when I honor my priorities and an instance, I find that I end up with actually more space to do the things that I love, and sometimes just to do nothing. So how do you do this? We can do things by blocking our time. I don't like planning time. One of the things is when I have an appointment with a person or a special time to do that, I put it on my calendar. If 6 o'clock is the time that I meet you, it is on my calendar. It's a date to be with you at 6 a.m. on Mondays. When I want to spend time with my husband, it's a date that I have blocked out for him. But for work, I like to block out a period of time because I've learned, and it's so important that we're aware of our energy levels and when we work best at times. Because in a time, when we block out our times, we have to take that in consideration. So, what am I talking about? For me, I do better in the morning with writing content, with thinking, the logical time when I'm dealing with with finances, when I'm dealing with numbers. I do that better in the morning. And I'm better in the morning because well, that's when that part of my brain kind of charges better. That's when I'm more logical and I think better. So what do? I compile all the things that I need to do that are more logical. And I do those first thing in the morning. And then I realize that around 1 to 3 is when I'm most depleted in energy. So I like to take time to step away and have lunch. And I take that time to do those those tasks that don't take a lot of energy, things like doing my email, making phone calls, checking in on people. That's when I do those things. Doing things on social media, checking on, do I need to actually respond to people? I do those things around that time. And then I'm more creative later in the day. And that's when I do things like doing my artwork that I need to do or reading or things that I need to be more creative of strategizing. I love strategizing in the afternoon because I'm more creative and I think more abstractly. So I'm more abstract later in the day. Time is the only thing that we have that we can't replace or earn. We can get more money, we can get a better new cars, but we have to master how we budget our time. Because once it's gone, we can't get it back. We can't make more time like we can money. We can't get time like we can a house, a car. Time is our ultimate currency, and life can pass us by if we don't use our time wisely. Our lives and our time can pass us by. If we start using time wisely, we'll have a happier life and filled with joy and less regret because we know that we spent our time doing the things that matter most to us. Do you ever stop to think about the time that we let pass and we wasted it, or we didn't do anything with it that really mattered? What are the things that you could have done different? What are the things that you could have ventured or done that you wish that you could have? Let me know in the comments below, or let me know in the comments in whatever platform you are, whether you're listening to a podcast. Let me know in your comments, what are the things that you wish that you would have, could have done, but you just didn't have the time, that you let your time be taken with tasks that could have waited or could have been given to someone else, that you could have um, outsourced or delegated or just not done at all. That is not that just that important. If we start looking at our time as the ultimate currency, the thing that has the greatest value, we will start to value it more as well. You know, I just I just want you to know that I would love to meet you here every morning. And I also want to let you know about, before I go, a few things that I have coming up starting February. I told you about my flagship program, and I will be launching then to help you create a tangible solution to fostering balance and control in your life. It's called the Run Your Life Mastery Experience. And well, I'm happy to relay that I only have 3 slots left. And so if it's something that you're interested in, I want you to hop on over to meetmichelleo'neil.com and that /experience, and go ahead and sign up for it, because I want you there. If you're ready to find tangible solutions on how you can create balance control, at least in one area of your life right now, because it's our flagship launch and I only have 3 slots left, I have a steal of a deal just for you. And I want to see you there so we can work together. Um, Let me go ahead and get this away. Look, I am so thrilled that you were able to hang out with me today and chat with me about time. And actually, I honor the fact that you have taken the time to be here with me today, because I know that your time is valuable and I'm honored. You are amazing. And I want you to walk away with that fact. And I hope that you enjoyed this life and that you're walking away with at least a new perspective, a new way of looking at time, and realizing that how important it is, how valuable it is, and how you should start budgeting it and using it wisely. And I hope that if you haven't done so already, that you make sure that you hit subscribe, follow, register, whatever, so that you won't miss a single live in the future. If you want to keep abreast of what I'm up to, make sure you hop on over to meet.michelleo'neil.com, and it tells you absolutely, well, almost everything that I'm up to. And I also want to give you a free gift, and you'll find it there while you're there. Make sure to let me know how I can serve you further, how I can help you so that you can master every day like it's your Monday. I am so thrilled that you were here with me today. See you next Monday at 6 a.m. on your Monday Mastery Moments. Bye bye. Take care.